So, right after you'd said butterfly holes, you said something really strange. Like, I think it was Harrison Ford or something.
Harrison's tank top.
Yeah. Is that like as in Harrison Ford or his tank top?
No, let me back up a bit. So over here on your side, it seems like your scientific community has kind of stalled. Uh, in its place, you have a system that rewards like predilection. On my side, scientific debate or debate in general is one of the most popular activities, not just in academia, but in popular culture. There's dozens of TV shows and websites that focus on working together to find all possible questions and then all possible answers and then the best answer.
Wow, that sounds. I'd love to have that here. It's a little like what Rogan does on long form. He's willing to hear everybody out and allow everybody time to make their full case. But I mean, it sounds meager compared to what you have over there.
Yeah, and another thing is on our side, skeptics aren't marginalized, the serious ones. They service a critical function of the scientific process. But but I don't want to stray too far off the topic. So let me just say, because of our robust scientific community, we tend to generate a lot of hypotheses, and consequently, the more fitting names are already taken. So we end up with names like Harrison's tank top.
Oh, okay. That's kind of a good problem to have, I guess.
Yeah, so Harrison's tank top. You're familiar with simulation theory, right? In fact, you probably talked about it with Paul when he came by here, right? Or did he talk about rockets and electric cars the whole time?
Uh, but you didn't have to get permission or anything?
There's nothing existential about a pit. So we just dug a pit. There's a pit. Nice pit. Pit is good. Took a break. Brad Pitt and I played Pitfall. Lots of digging. It was a pit. Then I pet a pit bull. Dug more pit. That's a pit. Deep pit. Good pit. Big pit. Jumbo pit. Garlic pit.
Did you just say garlic pit?
No. Pit jambalaya.
Oh, come on.
We even had a engineering class from a college come out and help us.
Let me guess, from Pitt.
No, USC. We were right down there.
Yeah. We talked about a lot of things. But if you can, just give us an easy go through, so this way this will be complete.
Sure. Think back to video games in the 70s, right? Like Pong. Very simple. Then 10 years after that, you had Duck Hunt. Getting better, right? 10 years after that, you had games like Resident Evil. All these games improved by larger leaps and bounds over each other in the same amount of time.
Right.
And today you have ultra realistic games, right? Complex games, multiplayer games, people participating all across the world, right? Millions of players. And you're on the brink of immersive 3D, using graphics that look as real as I look to you right now. In fact, the CGI used in movies, which is even better, can be used in games once the hardware catches up, which isn't too far away. And you're also on the brink of machine learning and AI, building out your environment as these games as needed. So they're potentially limitless.
Yeah, we've played some of those games with the visors. Oh, man, they are incredible.
And it took 50 years to get here, right? And the leap rate is ever increasing. So the difference between the 70s and 80s is less than, say, the 90s to 2000s.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So with newer and newer hardware, immersive vision, AI, these environments, maybe 20 years, 25 years, will become indistinguishable with reality, with all this around us.
Yeah, I don't know about 20 years, but yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Okay, so now take tech like NuNet, Lattice, or Neural Lace, and these things could possibly even eliminate the need for local cap like PCs and consoles, right? So your brain is interfacing with remote hardware of scale, instantly vivifying information in the form of synapses and knowledge that what you see or what you think you see what you're doing, or even memories.
Yeah, okay. So neural lace, what's that exactly?
Yeah, so instead of using a keyboard and mouse, your thoughts would directly query or activate programs much, much faster. You can think 100 times faster than you can type.
Oh, okay, yeah. And how close to that do you think we are?
You guys, 15 years?
Wow.
So now, say 40 years into the future, maybe we can offload our minds, into a digital reality. In fact, it's possible. I don't know what it would mean for society, but it could be possible to duplicate ourselves and live in any number of realities at the same time. Perhaps you can be a space pirate in one, maybe a damsel in another, whatever you're into.
Damsel. I'm not gonna lie, I thought about that more than once.
Okay, so you got it so far?
Yeah.
Okay, so now you have this new tech, right? But you still have your grand questions. What is life? What does it mean to exist? So perhaps we would use this tech like we use mice, to run around in mazes and pull levers. Or how you use college students to test new psychedelics, allegedly.
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 Allegedly. So you'd spend a week, let's say, and configure a new simulation. Perhaps one day you'd define 120 elements that will exist in this universe. Another day you'd configure the properties of physics, and so on and so on. So then you'd turn the simulation on, instantly letting those parameters express themselves. Perhaps 1 billion years is one day to the people that made the simulation, right? Eventually, maybe, in this simulation, an ice-bearing asteroid would hit coalesced cosmic debris, right? Fast forward more, a fish crawls out of the ocean.
Okay.
Fast forward much more, and that fish is now playing a game similar to Resident Evil. And we know what could happen 60 years after that, right? Now these beings in a simulation are making their own simulation. And they have the same questions about life and existence as you did.
Right. So this can go on forever and ever. There could be millions of simulations, and inside each of those simulations, their own millions of simulations.
Correct. So the simple equation we end up with is, and this is the basis for the theory, we are either real, the very first people who discovered the ability to create simulations, or we are some sub-simulation, or a sub of a sub of a sub of a sub simulation. It could be, because of the time differentials inherent in experiments, millions of levels deep.
Right.
So which is more likely? Being the very first? There's only one single first, right?
Right.
Or one of the perhaps millions of recursive layers of sub-simulations. It's vastly, vastly more likely that we are a sub-simulation. Therefore, the simple conclusion is that we are most likely a simulation.
Right. Now, is the time acceleration even necessary?
No, it's not. Everything would just have to run for billions of years, which is possible, But much like our own experiments, we use animals with shorter lifespans or higher doses to simulate a faster take-up.
Okay, yeah.
But it makes sense. If there's a goal, you want to find it quickly. And that means making the physics of the simulation so that it would lead to shorter timescales, like physics that would preclude 1,000-year days. It might exist, but it might just be waste or AI being, thorough.
Okay, yeah.
And just to be clear, I'm not suggesting we'd be moving faster. It would be a normal speed to those inside the simulation.
Yeah, there's a movie over here that sort of explains the time differential. We've had a couple, actually, both starring the same actor, Jim Carrey. One was Interstellar, and the other was Inception.
Oh, Jim is a serious actor over here, huh? On our side, he's a big action hero. Die Hard, Rambo.
Really? I can't see that.
No?
No. I was talking to Paul the other day, and he was saying on his side, Jim Carrey's a comedy actor.
Comedy? I can't see that at all.
Yeah, no, me neither. But wait a minute. That all sounds exactly like the simulation theory.
Well, it should. You asked me to describe it.
Oh, for some reason I thought we were already talking about Harrison's Ford.
Tank top. Harrison's tank top.
Right. Okay, yeah, I'm an idiot. Yeah, we were getting to that. So man, that was a really great description of the simulation hypothesis. So thank you for that.
So was that better than Paul's description of simulation theory?
Well, we shouldn't compare. My talk with Paul went other directions.
Oh, whoa! I feel like I made a ozone. Oh, man, Paul, I'm telling you, we gotta sneak into the factory, dude. We gotta do it, man. I gotta show you this new Easter egg. It's an Easter egg. It's called BattleBot mode. We watch the cars destroy themselves. You really gotta see it, man. Ooh. Oh, wait. Hey, where's my flamethrower?
BattleBot mode. I don't want to ruin cars, man. That doesn't sound like a good idea.
Okay, fine. New game. Do you have an apple?